Lewis Hamilton, 7-time Formula One world champion, 105 Grand Prix wins, 204 podiums won, considered by many to be the best driver ever. In reality, he is the eternal second. Lewis Hamilton was born in Stevenage, England, in 1985. Initially a remote-controlled car driver, he then moved on to karting and in 2007 to F1, narrowly missing the title in his first season by just 1 point, before winning his first of 7 in 2008. With the change of regulations in 2009 and 2010, the car is not competitive. In 2013, with the switch to Mercedes, and with the subsequent changes of regulations in 2024, Lewis Hamilton wins 6 championship titles. But then, why did I say that Lewis is the eternal second? To find the answer, we need to analyze 10 attributes. Qualifying pace. For pure speed in qualifying, the first name that comes to mind is Ayrton Senna. Just think of Monaco 1988, where he beat Alain Prost by 1.5 seconds with the same car. Lewis, thanks to his 104 poles, is placed second, followed immediately after by Max Verstappen and Michael. Even though Lewis Hamilton has the absolute record for pole positions, Ayrton Senna has achieved 65 in less than half of the races. This is why Lewis does not climb on the top step of the podium for this statistic. Attack and defense. Here, the 2 undisputed names are Fernando Alonso and Max Verstappen. For defense, I feel more like rewarding the Spaniard, but Verstappen is a master in overtaking. Just look at the various comebacks made in a Red Bull. Lewis finds himself here together with Daniel Ricciardo in 3rd position. Wet driving. Here, I would still put Ayrton Senna first, with Lewis in 2nd, and the Dutchman from Red Bull, together with Fernando Alonso, in 3rd position. Tire management. Lewis, here too, is very close to the 1st position, but for me, he is inferior to Sergio Perez and Jenson Button, and on the same level as Fernando Alonso. Consistency in the championship. Fernando Alonso is the master of this. He manages to fight for the championship with inferior cars, thanks simply to his consistency. In 2nd place, I put Jenson Button, and Max Verstappen rarely made mistakes. In 3rd place is Michael Schumacher. Just think about 2002 and 2004. Hamilton, here I don't even see him on the podium. Adaptability. Fernando Alonso, he is the best at this. He manages to bring cars to the top, even if they are not the best. The most recent example is Aston Martin in 2026. In Australia and in Canada, he finds himself in the point zone on the 1st lap. The second is definitely Michael Schumacher, who managed to get close to the title in his first years at Ferrari, even though the car wasn't up to par. Leclerc and Montoya find themselves in 3rd place, while Lewis has shown several times that if he doesn't like the car, he can't compete for the top positions. Mentality. Max Verstappen has a mentality that is rarely seen, not only in F1. He does not care about the opinion of others, and this makes him run with a cool head. The same goes for Kimi Räikkönen, the Iceman. Maybe more careless than Max, but he is inferior because he puts less effort into it than the Dutch. In 3rd place, we find Lewis Hamilton, who managed to become a true symbol of F1, despite initial limited resources and prejudice due to a skin color. Killer instinct. It fits in here especially because he was the first to bring it to F1, that is Ayrton Senna. The drivers who competed against him say that they were afraid to get an Ayrton slipstream, because on the straight, he let off the accelerator slightly, and in the corners, he brought the politics, either I'll pass you, or we crash. Then, there is Max Verstappen, who has raised the bar considerably, even forcing the FIA to create the Verstappen rule specifically to avoid his constant movements under braking. In 3rd place is Michael Schumacher, who was like Ayrton. In fact, just think of how in 1995 he purposely crashed into Damon Hill in order to win the championship. Even here, Lewis is not even in the top 10. In fact, apart from the first years of his career, he didn't need it since his car was so superior that he won championships even without it. Race starts. Fernando Alonso, simply the best at this, often managed to go from 4th to 1st place in just a few corners. Lewis is also very good here. In fact, throughout his career, he has rarely lost positions at the start. In 3rd place is Valtteri Bottas. With lightning-fast reactions and great starts, he rightfully takes this podium. Race pace. In 1st place is Michael Schumacher, the king of fast stints. Ross Brawn asked him to do 20 qualifying laps, and he did them without problems. Immediately behind him is Max Verstappen, who combines perfect tire management with absurd consistency. In 3rd place, I see Fernando Alonso and Lewis Hamilton tied, both showing great consistency and excellent tire management. After analyzing these aspects,
we see that Lewis Hamilton is also second as the most complete driver, slightly inferior to Fernando Alonso. In fact, compared to the Spaniard, Lewis has always been in the right place at the right time, managing to find cars that were able to make him break many records and get him into the story of F1.